Hello guys, welcome back, welcome all. So today's reaction says Dwayne slam Gabrielle Union for exposing his gay affairs, exposes her abuse. Guys, this is going to be a bumpy one. Let's take a look.
So I want to talk to you guys. I think going forward, I'm ready to live my truth.
Should have been a clue that anyone that inspires that level of crazy probably shouldn't have gotten out of the dating phase.
Girl, not Dwayne Wade exposing Gabrielle Union for being very mean and allegedly aggressive to him during their marriage. It's your girl Letitia with the tea, and girl, do I have some spicy tea for y'all. You know how Gabrielle has been exposing Dwayne's secrets and telling us about how he is secretly gay and has been cheating on her with several men? Well, Dwayne is now firing back and revealing some tea about Gabrielle, exposing her for allegedly putting hands on him. But that's not all, because he also had some more crazy tea to spill about her. Did he just expose Gabrielle for being a lesbian?
You know, divorce, it's a matter of public record, and it had like maybe 24 hours before someone found it at the courthouse, and it was a news item. Incredibly painful and difficult when it's a public thing.
Okay, so it looks like Dwayne Wade is now finally speaking up against Gabrielle's embarrassing revelations, and as it turns out, he has quite a few accusations of his own, because he is now accusing Gabrielle of being the villain in their marriage and being abusive towards him. Girl, the stories he has to tell are quite shocking.
This is heartbreaking. Will they consider their children before coming out to do this to themselves? Why can't celebrities just sort out their issues without coming to the public? Is it that hard? Oh my God.
And it just shows that not every relationship that we see on social media is as perfect as they make it seem. In case y'all have been out of the loop, child, just sit back and let me spill the tea, because you know that nobody spills the tea good like me. Okay, so last week, we found out that Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade were having some major issues in their marriage, and things were so bad that Gabrielle was talking to some divorce attorneys and trying to figure out how to move on with their marriage or end things. It turns out that a major reason for their issues was the fact that Dwayne can't keep it in his pants and keeps slinging it around Hollywood for everyone who wants a bite. As bad as it sounds, him cheating on her is nothing new, because he's been doing that for the entire relationship right from when they started dating. One of his numerous side pieces spilled the tea back then, saying, "I too had my situation with Dwayne. Can't lie, he is great in bed, but I definitely would not take him seriously the way Gabrielle does. He sleeps with and flies bees out all the time. They like to act like they are Michelle and Barack, when in reality, things are not what they seem." She continued, "Every time some type of gossip comes out, they have to make an appearance to show the media how real they are. He's involved with many girls, and that's to say the least. And everyone that deals with him knows this. Either Gabrielle knows this and doesn't care, or she is playing dumb," which I find hard to believe. Well, it turns out that Dwayne wasn't just slinging it to women, because he was allegedly doing it with men too. Listen, D-Wade did not discriminate about who caught what he was slinging around, because he gave it to men just as much as he gave it to the women. Now, whispers about Dwayne's secretive gay encounters have been circulating for a while, and they've only been getting stronger and stronger by the years, but people haven't really been paying much attention to it. I mean, he has been married to 2 women, and he even had a baby on Gabrielle, so surely that must count for something, right? Well, it seems people now believe that he has only been using the women as a beard to hide his real sexuality, because he doesn't want to risk his secret getting exposed. I mean, how many gay men do y'all know at the top of the NBA? Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, back to the topic of the break baby. People believe that the entire reason that Dwayne had a child so soon after the breakup is that he was trying to convince Gabrielle to take him back. I know that the idea of having a baby to convince someone to come back is wild, but stay with me, y'all, because I'm gonna make it make sense. See, insiders are claiming that the reason they broke up in the first place is that Gabrielle had some very strong suspicions that Dwayne was on the DL, and she was done being his cover. So Dwayne hooked up with his longtime girlfriend, Asia Matoyer, and got her pregnant in a few months, and Gabrielle took him back after that. At first, that didn't make a lot of sense, because why on earth would she take him back almost immediately after the baby? Yeah, the math ain't mathing on that one, but like the insider said, Dwayne had the baby to convince Gabrielle that he wasn't gay, and once she had her supposed proof, she took him back. She also spoke about the hurt in an interview where she said, "It should go without saying that we were not in a good place at the time that child was conceived, but we were doing much better when he finally told me about the pregnancy. To say I was devastated is to pick a word on a low shelf for convenience. There are people, strangers I will never meet, who have been upset that I have not previously talked about that trauma. I have not had words, and even after untold moments of therapy, I am not sure I have them now." Well, it turns out that the reason they weren't in a good place was because she found out that her man had allegedly been hooking up with men and women. But when he had the baby, she changed her mind. Well, this explains why she and Dwayne never seem to acknowledge the existence of his other son, Xavier, and they love to pretend like he doesn't exist. I mean, have y'all ever wondered why on earth Dwayne is father of the year to his other 3 kids, but the only time Xavier probably sees him is on TV or Instagram. Yeah, that's because the boy was allegedly just a tool, and he doesn't add to the perfect image of the perfect family that Gabrielle and Dwayne wanted. But if you think this is bad, well, it's worse, because apart from the whole gay drama, there was still a lot of crazy stuff going on in the marriage, like how they split all the bills equally. Fans started to give them the side eye when Gabrielle spilled the beans in an interview, revealing that they split the bills right down the middle, a straight up 50-50 split.
Or just say I'm head of household, because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts this, there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work, you better work. You gonna sleep in?
This whole situation had fans feeling all sorts of ways, especially when you consider the huge difference in earnings between Dwayne and Gabrielle. She has a net worth of roughly $40 million, while he's sitting on a fortune of about $170 million, which is over 4 times what she's got in the bank. It's weird why they're sticking to this 50-50 split when, honestly, he could be chipping in more given the income gap. But wait, there's more. Dwayne spilled some more juicy details in an interview. Turns out, it was Gabrielle who pushed for this equal division, all because of something Dwayne said during a heated argument that left her feeling seriously uncomfortable.
We decided together, because I think I said one time when we was in Miami, I said something about it being my house that I paid for. My wife looked at me, she was like, you will never say that to me again when it's something that we share. And so my wife was like, that when we moved to LA, I got half on it. You will never say my house again.
This made fans feel like Dwayne was really the villain of the story, and it explains why fans were so quick to support Gabrielle when we heard about the marriage falling apart. I mean, the fact that he would let her pay equally when he knew that he made way more than she did and he could easily pay more. So this had people on his case, and they threw their support behind her, but from the stories Dwayne is now telling, child, it looks like she has managed to con us into believing her sob story, because from what Dwayne is now saying, girl, it looks like he is the victim and not the villain as we thought. But before we get into that messy drama, can we talk about the fact that Gabrielle sometimes made some weird statements that made it come across like she didn't respect Dwayne? Like the time she said, the biggest difference between this and the last marriage will be a prenup, at my insistence. When you have your own stuff, you don't need to worry about anyone else's stuff, so everyone should go into the relationship knowing I'm here for you and you're here for me. And the reality is, I've never seen Dwayne balance the checkbook, so I gotta protect my stuff. It's the wave of the future. Now, I know that prenups are generally a smart idea, but the way she talked about Dwayne kind of suggested that she doesn't respect him all that much. But we're not done with the gay rumors, because remember when Jaguar Wright spilled some piping hot tea about Dwayne being on the DL, regularly throwing some wild gay pool parties right at his own crib.
Guess it just moved over to the Wade house. I'm not saying that because of their trans daughter. I'm saying that because of the artist that I just spoke to not that long ago that got invited to a party at their house. Everything was cool up front till they went to the back and there was a bunch of old and young boys back there, all naked in the Wade house.
You know Jaguar always comes through with the hottest gossip, and no one's ever taken her to court, so you best believe she's speaking the truth. Her story has got fans even more convinced that Dwayne might be keeping some secrets, and it's just adding more drama to the mix. And just last week, the infamous gossip blog Deuxmoi dropped its own bombshell exposing Dwayne's rendezvous with another lady. They wrote, Dwayne is very close to a woman, not Gabrielle. He was spotted getting very close to her, spoke to her very intimately while I was there for 2 hours. Gabrielle also has some interesting posts on her Instagram. When clarity, truth, and transparency are present, there's only room for evolution. Gabrielle just posted on her Snapchat a picture of her daughter. I'd do anything for her peace. They also said, somebody else messaging me that Dwayne keeps posing with the kids and not with Gabrielle. Gabrielle has only been posting with their daughter and not their other kids. An insider said that they will be like Will and Jada. If they ever separate, they will keep it quiet and live their separate lives, but keep on a united front for years if necessary. Now, according to some reports, the woman that Dwayne was spotted out with was not exactly a woman, but a male cross-dresser. So it looks like Dwayne is still slinging it with men, and apparently, this is what caused Gabrielle to melt down and end things. Even though they both kept a front for the sake of their daughter, they've stopped wearing their rings, so we know that things are pretty bad. But like I said, Dwayne is coming out to call Gabrielle's BS, and he is exposing her right back, because he claimed that she also had her affairs and men on the side. Apparently, she has also been cheating on him, but she's smarter with it, and she has managed to get away with it. Oh, and remember the pool parties Jaguar talked about? Well, Dwayne is now also claiming that Gabrielle was also involved in the parties, and some of the parties were even her idea because she's also into women as well. Girl, what? It's crazy that Gabrielle was quick to run to the...
The only people I feel for is their children. What a mess. What?
media about how Dwayne was cheating on her, but she was also doing the same thing behind the scenes. Child, this is crazy, but it gets even crazier because Dwayne has more stories to tell. According to an insider, Gabrielle has something of a temper and is known to put hands on Dwayne whenever she's mad or they get into an argument. She's obviously smart enough to avoid leaving marks where it's going to show, but the insider claimed that she is kind of abusive towards Dwayne, and she always plays the victim card. Girl, the scream I scrolled when I heard this tea, it's just insane because we all thought that things were perfect between them. So the fact that they are both cheating on each other, having orgies, engaging in gay activities, it just doesn't fit with the image that they have in the media. They have a very family-centered image in the media, so it doesn't fit much with their public image, and this explains why they have gone to extreme lengths to protect their secret. And we probably wouldn't have even known about this if their marriage hadn't fallen apart and they both felt the need to spill tea to the media. Girl, this tea is giving drama, and it is giving chaos, and as y'all can expect, the drama had fans feeling all types of ways, and they had a lot to say. They left comments saying, Gabrielle made all the wrong moves in that relationship. She confessed to being a mean girl, gossiping about other women, and sleeping with other women's men or husbands. I wish Gabrielle to take a break, move on from very dirty Dwayne, and cleanse. From there, she can really have a fresh start. I knew it was a reason I never gravitated towards Gabrielle Union. She's a mean girl. Gabrielle, don't play brand new. You knew and you accepted it until you didn't. And the rumors have been circulating for years, the same way the rumors were circulating about Dwight Howard, Puffy, and Will and Jada. These relationships are shams. Child, this is an insane...
Don't believe everything you see on social media. Live your life. Don't emulate anyone for their fake lives. What? This is what made it look like. They made it look picture perfect. That everything is under control. They have it all going. Unbelievable. Please make anyone your role model. Just live your life. The only people I feel for is just their young children. How wish they be to do everything they can to protect their family, protect their legacy they have really worked hard for. Stop bringing their private affairs to the public to feed on. Oh my God, guys. I want to have a opinion in the comment section. What do you think about this whole mess? See you on the next one. Be at peace with yourself and with all mankind. Please, so much again by watching, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you on the next one. Bye bye.